Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with another 2-page layout using the September Not Just for Boys kit called Enchanted. So what I did ahead of time is I actually took the stamp set that came with the kit and stamped it down the page. You can see it on that cream color paper there. I tried to utilize as much of the as many of the sayings as I could. And I tried to kind of use the colors that are in the kit or on the papers that I will be using. And so I as you can see, the only stamps that were not from the stamp set are the leaves and the acorn. Those came from a Jen Hadfield collection. Otherwise, all the sayings came from the kit. And what this kit is, well, this layout is, this is a more of a girly layout than what I did on Saturday using the same kit. I will link that up above because I felt like this kit almost was a like two kits in one. There was definitely kind of a boyish feel, but then there were some of these papers like these ones. It's kind of a deep purple, deep maroon. Kind of just gave off more of a girly feel. And so I decided to kind of just showcase how versatile this collection or this kit is. And so that striped paper in the background actually was just a scrap from the previous layout. And so I just offset that and placed the photo on top. I wanted to incorporate some of that kind of, I guess maybe I'll call it a plum color. And so I did that strip of the plum with the green and the orange going across kind of to anchor the photo. And then I used the gold puffy phrase stickers that said family and added that at the bottom. And then there was a smaller alpha there that's kind of the plum color, and that came with the kit, and I added photos at the bottom. If you saw Saturday's layout, I did the same sort of thing with the tags here. The kit came with these really cute metal feathers. And so what I am going to do, and you'll see it, sorry, I'm doing it off camera. But I tie a bow and then include two of the feathers kind of with the bow and have it on the tag there. So the feathers like to move around, and so what I had to do was tape it a little bit to keep them still, I guess. And another thing you can kind of see, I just threw them on the photo there, but those fussy cut feathers, that was from a piece of paper that came with the kit as well. And so because, there was feathers that I used, the metal feathers, I wanted to incorporate some of the other feathers that I fussy cut on the layout as well. So that is kind of going to, I guess my embellishing kind of almost frames the photo a little bit. But I wanted to add more, and so there were stickers that came with the kit and then that I added on. And so I added a group of 3 stickers kind of overlapping the photo and that tag to the left there. And then really kind of wanted to do something with the feathers on the right hand side as well. And so I went through kind of looking at the ephemera that came with it and the stickers, and I finally decided to use the there's an ephemera piece that says sweater weather. I just didn't like the look. I guess the paper is just so straight. I didn't like the look of the feathers just coming out of the paper. And so I knew I wanted to cover that up with something. So there's the sweater weather ephemera piece, and then I add a couple other stickers underneath to finish off the cluster there. And then I'm going to go over to page 2 and kind of use the same papers. I knew I wanted to incorporate that cream color paper onto the second page as well. It was already ripped for me because I ripped it for page 1, and so I wanted to utilize that a little bit just so I guess it didn't look out of place on page 1. But what was tricky was I had to really figure out how to, I guess, make it into a 12 by 12 layout, because I don't know, because I was kind of piecing together scraps, I guess. Um, I did want to add kind of another layer underneath, and so I do add that green brick again, just to incorporate some more of that, some more of the same papers from page one. So I tucked that in under the ripped cream paper there, and kind of just use the scraps a little bit. I wanted to bring over that kind of plum paper, uh, just to kind of incorporate both, I guess, the two pages. I wanted something to be the same. Yes, it's the same paper, but I like to also kind of, if there's a strip across, I kind of like to carry that across the page. And so I am going to cover up the gap that it left, with my photos there. And I wanted to incorporate the striped paper as well, just because, again, it was on page one. So I used up some of the scraps from that, and I'm going to tuck that in behind both papers. I backed the picture on page one with that blue paper you can see there, but didn't have enough to back the two photos on page two. So I did go to the cardstock add-on that I had purchased, and it had kind of a lighter blue color, and so I decided to use that and double back the photos there, and then kind of just embellish from there. I did buy this acrylic piece. It was added on. They had this navy, they had a light blue, and they had a wood grain piece that says I love fall, and I knew I wanted to incorporate that, and so I had some more fussy cut feathers, and so I just tucked one under the acrylic piece down on the bottom. One thing I will say, I felt like it was kind of plain, and so afterwards, before I did the September, I've done the September layout share already. But before I did that, I actually added some Nouveau drops going around the heart, 3 of them kind of shaping around the heart, just to, I guess, spice it up a little bit, because like I said, I did feel like that was a little plain. So once I got that one down, it was kind of figuring out, where to embellish the rest of it. I had another one of those tags, and so I did the same thing with the feathers there, and then decided to do the date with the same plum alpha stickers, and I really like the way that turned out. And then I knew, I like to do a triangular effect with my embellishment, so the top there is kind of where I wanted to embellish next, but I had run out of fussy cut feathers, and so I had to fussy cut a few more real quick, to add to the top. I am going to do 3 different ones, and what I love about these feathers, there is some like gold or copper foiling on the feathers, and they are just beautiful. It wouldn't be something I would probably purchase for myself. So that is one thing I like with this kit. It is expanding kind of what I use. A lot of times, this isn't something I would have gone out and bought myself, but that works great with the photos, and just really like the foiling on it. They're so pretty. So I did the 3 there, but then also obviously want to make it kind of into a cluster. So I went back to the stickers to see what I could add, and found this sticker that says Our Fall Favorites. I did get into my stash. I remembered I had these little wood navy buttons from a previous Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and so I added those 2 of those to 2 of the clusters, and then I'm going to go through and just add some Nouveau drops, a green, a teal, and kind of like a mauve, I guess. It's the closest thing I had to like pink, or kind of the maroon, the plum color. And then lastly, I just felt like that cream color paper on the right hand side was too bright, too creamy. So what I'm going to do is add 2 vertical strips of paper, just to kind of fill that in, and I feel like it looks so much better. And so that is actually going to finish off this layout. So here's a close-up of the stamping But I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, check out this last Saturday's video for the boyish version. Actually, I think, oh no, I did end up using different photos, but the same kit. So check that out. And one thing I did forget to mention, Saturday's video was my last mini series of September, and I am kind of out of ideas. And so if you guys have any ideas for a mini series, please comment down below and I will try to pick that back up in October or November. So again, thank you so much. We'll see you next time.